Hi everybody, happy Monday. Welcome to the training camp wrap-up show presented by UPMC Health Plan. I am Missi Matthews. Zach Banner is down on the field as practice has concluded. To speak with us here on the show, Zach, thanks for your time. I just wanted to see, first of all, how is the knee doing?
Knee's doing better, Missy. Thank you for asking. Good to talk to you. It's doing better. I mean, I'm optimistic. I'm getting better every day. I'm getting more reps every single day. I'm getting different looks, moving around. I mean, I'm really working really hard. So I kind of just want to lead by example and just be there for the guys when I'm not in.
Knowing that you are coming off of a knee injury, do you feel like you need to get some reps in these preseason games that we have upcoming 3 left to know that you are good to go when the regular season starts?
Absolutely, but most importantly, I got to trust in the process. I know that was a pre-written question by you, but that's a question that a lot of people have, and it's a question that I used to have until coaches told me to slow my roll and just trust the process and trust what they're doing.
Talk to me about this offensive line. Some other guys are also dealing with injuries and knowing that there are moving parts, young guys learning the system. What would you say in terms of a group where you guys stand right now?
I think whoever's in, regardless of who they are, whoever's in that rep, we need to get better as a unit, and we need to keep proceeding that way. The last thing we need to be able to do is rely on guys who are injured, guys who are hurt, including myself. Like I said, if I'm not in, I'm supporting my guys. We're learning from the film, and we're getting better every day.
What has training camp been like under Adrian Clem? He made it very clear he wants you guys to have a physical demeanor. So what has camp been like?
Physical, tired, look at me, I'm sweaty. But AK has been a very great coach. He's really held us accountable. He's asked nothing that we can't physically do, nothing that we can't mentally do. And like I said, he's holding us accountable. Whether we have a good play, he pats us on the back, and when we don't, he coaches us up. So we're getting better every single day, and I think it's showing in our production as well.
All right, Zach, thanks for your time. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Missy.
All right, that was Zach Banner after the Steelers concluded Monday's practice. Now I am joined by Bob Labriola to give us his news and notes of what he saw up here from the North Club Labs.
Okay, Missy, since we've had Zach Banner as our guest today, let's just stick with the offensive line. The starting group for the Steelers throughout most of the afternoon practice, moving from left to right, would be Chukwuekwuemeka, Rashad Coward, Kendrick Green, Trey Turner, and Zach Banner. It was somewhat newsworthy, I guess, yesterday when Kevin Dawson did return to practice after missing, a significant portion of the training camp that has been held here at Heinz Field. But when he did return, he was not in the starting lineup, quote unquote. He was not taking repetitions with the first group. Rashad Coward was still at left guard as he had been throughout most of the summer. Mike Tomlin then was asked about it after practice by the media, and he made some comment to the effect that Kevin Dawson is just a second-year guy who hadn't been working. What makes you think, and I'm paraphrasing here, what makes you think that he should be in the starting lineup? To me, that's shots fired across the bow by the head coach to a young guy, and I don't know that Rashad Coward was signed by the Steelers to be a starter. He had started 15 games for the Chicago Bears over the previous 3 seasons he was in Chicago. But I just think Mike Tomlin is trying to send a message to a young player that you cannot expect not to practice and then maintain your job in the starting lineup. So I think Kevin Dawson has 3 weeks, maybe a month now, to regain his starting position, and so we're going to see how that works out. Sticking with the health report here, although I'm not a doctor, I do know what I see through the binoculars. At running back, both Kalen Ballage and Benny Snell were back on the field from yesterday, but not only on the field doing some things or watching, not participating like the rest of the players. Benny Snell was off to the side with strength and conditioning coordinator, Marcel Pastor, doing some running and cutting, and Ballage was with the running backs group. I guess they call it taking mental reps. So we're going to have to see how that evolves as we get closer to the game against the Eagles. Mike Tomlin will have his news conference tomorrow. We'll find out a little bit more maybe about the health of some of these guys. Personally, this is a guess by me right now, sitting here right now. I don't think we'll see either one of those guys against the Eagles. But when you look at the Steelers running back group, besides Najee Harris and maybe Trey Edmonds, you really don't have any running backs who have any size to them. So that looks like it's going to have to be something that gets resolved. A couple of the competition periods today involved the tight ends going against the linebackers. And, you know, I might have mentioned this guy's name, Missi, once or twice so far this training camp, but Alex Highsmith continues to just have his way with whomever he is going against in drills. Today it was tight ends trying to block him. Really didn't have much success with Alex Highsmith. He used a swim move to get around one tight end and dropped running back Jalen Samuels for loss. Then the next rep, he threw the linebacker away. If Wolfley was here, he could maybe tell you if that was a hump move or not. I'm really not that well versed in those kind of things. But he threw him to the side and went on to pressure the quarterback. There's no tackling of the quarterback here, but he was right in the guy's face. Other kinds of drills, Justin Lane made a nice play to combine with Henry Mondeau and tackle one of the running backs for a loss. The one nice run of the period was set up by wide receiver Isaiah McCoy, who did a nice seal block on the perimeter. You know, when you want to run to the perimeter, that's very important for the wide receiver on that side to get a good block on whatever corner or safety, you know, is right in his area. And then McCoy continued to have a decent showing in some of these periods. He caught a touchdown pass from Dwayne Haskins in the final period of the afternoon. It's nice and cool up here, Missy, in the club where we were watching. It sure looked like it was hot down on the field.
Yeah, definitely felt like it was in the 90s when I stepped outside. Labs, thanks so much for your practice report. That is going to do it for this edition of our training camp wrap-up show presented by UPMC Health Plan. Thanks so much for joining us. You can catch Coach Tomlin's post-practice press conference on Steelers.com and the official Steelers app in a little bit.